Hello, Lone Gamer UK here, back for a little bit more of Shadow of War. Fairly late stream UK time for me tonight, but just done a little bit more research on the game, and this will be a shorter video, but talking about leveling up and XP, and do at least one story mission, maybe two. So let's have a look. So a couple of things I wanted to just go over and explain. Now, obviously people playing this game or played it before probably already know these things, but I thought I'd cover them off now. So a couple of things about the inventory first of all. A couple of things I missed, probably because I didn't read the guide and didn't play the first game. So the first thing I was going to talk about was the gems. So the gems I had in were mostly the level 1s because I didn't have stock of level 2s. But what I was not aware of, oversight really, probably a bit too keen on slaying orcs, was the fact that you can forge gems. And I hadn't really paid enough attention to that. So it says here that if you hold, you can combine highlighted gems and you can forge them into better gems. So if you've got more than 3 of the same type, you can forge 3 into 1 of the next level. So for example, here we're on the wealth gem. We've got 8 of them at the first level. You can see that the wealth gem, sort of 5% increase. Then we've got the carved, polished, refined, and then perfect. So obviously the aim is to get everything to perfect. So what we can do is we can hold and combine the 8 that we've got. You see it says forging. And that's taken 3 of them and turned them into 1 of the carved. Now we can do that again. And now we've got 2 of them. I can't do another one because I'm missing the 3rd one. It's always 3 into 1. So we've got the vitality. We've got 5 of those. So if I could forge that, you'll see that now we've got 2 carved. And then if we do potency, we've now got 1 of those. So yeah, the forging of the gems was something I kind of missed. So what I've done since I've been away from the last stream is that I've gone through and all my weapons now have at least a carved gem in them. But I was wondering why I was picking up so many of the lower levels and that the gems weren't wearing out, and that's because I was missing the fact that you could forge them. So even if we get a stack loads of these, we can turn them into these. Once we start getting 3 of these, we can forge them into these. Even if we don't find the higher levels, we can do. I mean, we might hit something that tells us we can't because of skills, but that was that. Also, you'll notice that I've got an XP plus 3% on the screen. That's because I've just signed up to the Warner Brothers email and notifications on the game. And that gives me a 3% XP boost. So a bit late to the party on that, but 3% is 3%, so I'll take it. So that's about gems and forging gems. The other thing I was going to mention was a couple of things about the army, and again, this is partly because I hadn't played the previous game and stuff, so and just sort of overlooked them in the. So when you highlight some players, like these guys, they're connected. It's because like one is a bodyguard or works for the other. So sometimes when you go, so if you go to this guy, Rug the Headlopper, you'll see that this guy, he's connected to this guy. So they have a sort of a hierarchy. The other thing I was wondering about with these bars, the red bars and the white bars, and that's got something to do with the turns remaining. So actually, if you look on the right hand side here, it says 2 turns remaining. So they have 3 turns, and then when they've got 1 turn remaining, it goes red. Now, these captains can do things in these turns, as we know. Once we've captured some of them, they can go on missions. They can go and kill someone else, and they're sort of off doing these sort of missions all the time. You can get traits. So if we look at let's have a look. Not sure if this guy has them, but evening, Marcus. Just doing a short, late stream, explaining a few things. So we got these traits, strengths. And obviously, if you're going to get a captain to kill another captain, you want to have a look at the traits and sort of pick the right person for the job and so on, and also their weaknesses. So like this guy's damaged by ranged attacks, and he hates flies, and he's a bit clumsy. So you know, if you get somebody who's good with a bow and stuff like that, that would be good. What was I trying to say here? So what these dudes have.
MEE6 said hey at everyone. Lone_Gameruk is now live on twitch.tv. Go check it out, winking face.
That's my Discord talking to me because I left the voice notification on when I came back. Let me just change that. Do that a few times. Sorry about that. I forgot what I was going to say, what I was trying to do with these traits. They have these missions that they can go off and do. Oh, that's it. You can get guys, I don't think I've seen one yet, but you can get guys that've got a sneaky trait. Sneaky. It's probably there somewhere. Let me have a look. Poison. So vengeful. I mean, I'll probably come across it, but one of the traits is sneaky, and some of these sneaky ones, you know, when I've been quite often in the streams, not often, but a couple of times, I've been, you know, surprised by a captain that's come out of nowhere, and that's because they have the sneaky trait, can't talk tonight, the sneaky trait. Which allows them to ambush people and stuff like that. So yeah. So the square bars are to do with how many turns they've got out of the 3 turns. They're all sort of like a bit like living characters doing certain things, and you've seen them fight each other and stuff. Now the other thing I haven't used so much is let me find the lowest point person that's not mine. So let's take Pash for example. Now let's say I want him to be a higher level before I dominate him, because also when I dominate him he gains levels. Now I've increased my skills so that they now gain 2 levels, not 1 level when I dominate them. So I would want them to increase their level. But also if you kill them, the higher level they are, the better gear and stuff they drop. So you know, in some ways you don't want people to be too high because you can't recruit them or they might kill you, but equally you want them to be high if you're recruiting them, or if you do manage to kill them, you want the best kind of gear. So one way to get them to level up is to issue them death threats. So one of the things you can do, and I'm not sure if you can do it on everybody, but you can issue some of them a death threat. Now what that does is they get a letter to say they're having a death threat, and it actually puts them up a level. So I don't know. Let's have a look. Not sure why none of them are giving me the option to do death threats at the moment. Let's have a look. Mark target. It's not on this screen. Normally you've got the Y button. Make them bodyguard. Training orders. Okay, and the people we own we can give training to. Ambush. I've already ordered this guy to kill that guy, I think. Anyway, probably missing something, but we'll come back to this. But there is this option to issue death threats, which will rank them up by one level. So yeah, and then the other thing, so you got these symbols above them. So you see this guy here, although when I move on to him you can't see. So this guy to the left of the one I'm highlighting now has got a sort of crown symbol above him. This means he's like a sort of a camp commander. And I guess the best way, because I play a lot of Assassin's Creed game and will be playing Assassin's Creed Origins, is that you sometimes get these camps where there's like an enemy camp. It's not just people walking the streets in Assassin's Creed that are enemies. It's like a camp, and there'll be like a camp boss. So these guys with the crowns are sort of camp bosses. They're the ones with these icons on them. So this guy that looks like two skulls, these are people that end up fighting with another captain. They fight, one of them gains a level, and then you fight the winner, either to kill them or to dominate them or to recruit them. So yeah, there is a few. I think if we go to here, look at the legends, you can see on the left here the orange ones. So you've got the fight pit. They're the ones that when they fight each other. Outposts, so these are the captains of an outpost. I was saying earlier in the video as well about how to do a vendetta, so I need to look for a guy that's got that sort of X mark, because that's a vendetta. I've actually got a personal quest. I'll get a vendetta sword or something if I actually then have a guy that's got a vendetta against me and I can kill him. And then there's an online vendetta, which is to do with the online game. So those icons are quite important to keep an eye on, and we'll cover those. So that's just a few things to do with the gems and the army screen. A lot of information can be found on videos and other stuff online, but also there's a guide here that if you take the time to read it, I took a bit more time today to read it. It will tell you most of the things. The one other thing that I was getting a bit confused about, again because I hadn't read the guide, is the symbols in the bottom left corner, the colours. So the colour bar that's sort of in the 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock position, that's actually all grey at the moment, that's our kill streak bar. So when we get those kill streaks and we're doing more damage, it will fill up with orange. And then the big bar that's on the right hand side, which is sort of the turquoise colour, a bit like the light on top of this pedestal, that is the Wraith power. So we use that when we do some of our Wraith stuff, and it needs to be full for us to go into the Elven Rage. Now there are skills that can allow us to get Wraith power a lot quicker and a lot easier, but it needs to be full. So as that increases on the right hand side and it gets to full, then that's when we can go into the Elven Rage. The health bar we know on the left with the red thing. So yeah, so again that's all explained in the guide, and better understand it a little bit now. Anyway, so let's have a look. We've got, I think, 2 quests we can do. So we've got the Witcher King's Vision, and this one here, the Violent Nature. We're going to do Violent Nature. I'm going to go into the forest of Nuren.
We must go to the forest of Karnan. Something calls me.
Not all calls should be answered, Talion.
It's a mission, so we're still going to do it. Where have I got to go? Way. Whoops. I think which is the nearest way? I think we'll go this way.
You know what we're going to find in here, don't you?
As much as anyone can know.
The other thing I was going to mention was about the daily quests. So we're not there yet, but the daily quests will appear, I think, once we've got to a certain stage. And then once the daily quests open, there will be 4 daily quests every day that are created, and some of those we can earn gold coins and get some of these XP boosts. Let's start this mission.
Go! Go! It haunts us! What creature haunts this forest?
Oh, Karnan is no creature. She is nature itself.
She calls us.
Talion, we must move with great caution.
Not you. Have some mercy, Wraith. She's picking us off, one by one.
That beasts come hundreds strong.
Get out here and show yourself.
Pit to peak, enslaved are rivers and trees.
No.
I take it this is the work of Karnan.
This is the forest of Karnan, and she will protect it with the full power of nature.
This forest is possessed by death as much as life.
The two are bound together. That is Karnan.
What are the orcs doing here?
They are doing Sauron's work.
mouths.
Why do these beasts not attack us?
They hear her song. They are part of her as she is part of them. Yet they will defend. She is watching us.
No. She's drawing us in. This Kanan has been busy. Where are you?
Picking up that item reminds me, I believe later on there's a skill in Wraith, let's have a look, that, you know, we have to click right button and wait about 20 seconds or so to collect the items. Often we get attacked and killed when that happens. So at the end of the Wraith skill is automatically collect loot from defeated enemies. I think you just walk over it or something and you collect it. So definitely want that. Anyway.
Cut me loose, Talk. We'll fight. I found it! The tree! She's the tree!
Spirit of Karnan is tree and beast, fang and claw, root and spear.
Well, that wasn't there before.
Changed and unlike this fleshling. Where is your rot? Your buddings? Do you grow? Do you wither? No. No, no. A lifeless beast are you, but no. For you die and die. Not lifeless, but deathless. A flesh-haunted thing.
Talia, we cannot defeat her. What would you suggest I do?
Throw down your sword and kneel.
I will not kneel to this thing.
Keeper of the Wild! Kanan!
Who do you call to?
Old wounds reopened. Now we bleed.
I take it this is also nature.
In all its fury,
Can you tell it to stop?
it does not reason with the wind.
Die alone, we. Nature's tomb spanned sky and sea. We all die together. Fire to forest, fire to trees. Your ash will feed.
We will meet again in a place like this.
I take it this is also nature.
In all its fury,
Can you tell it to stop?
one does not reason with the wind.
We burn with you, and return will we. Die alone, we. Fire's tomb spanned sky and sea. We all die together.
Well, it seems this Karnan isn't as powerful.
Unleashed to rise and rise again. In a hole go you.
What have we unleashed?
The cry of the forests. The scream of the rivers.
Great spirit of Karnan.
Cease all cry and clamor. You have woken Torgorot. Cracked and creviced until now. I opened the Dark Lord. He stokes its flames. Forges cage like kindling for shattering fire to come. Burn you, burn we. A fire for all it will be.
What have we awoken?
Undead! Ringmaker, your forge sings. A crack across the land. Fire woken by a cold metal ring.
We hear your call. Allow us to help.
Yes, you will. You... a deathless beast. You... a flesh-haunted thing.
We will find Tor Goroth.
Go now. Your Balrog waits. He rises in doom shadow. Fight till death and rise again, you will fight. Soon and soon. Death will defeat undead.
Well, she's from the Rhondda Valley, she was. Don't think I'll ever look at trees quite the same way again. Kill point gained, 880.
It seems this ring has woken more than Sauron.
Yes, we must go to Golgoroth and deal with this Balrog.
Balrog. Doesn't sound good. We've got a skill point out of it. I want to unlock these fast travel points, really. They do become quite useful to be able to... Wondering... Kind of the next mission's there, though. Have a look at the other war chief. Gabu Thunderbows. It's fireproof. Raged by poison. Vulnerable to stealth, soft-headed, damaged by range attacks. Executions and beasts. Okay. Norsko, Fearlord. Shit, I've got a dragon after me. I can dominate those. I think I need the skill though to do it.
Found him! Filthy glove!
I thought he had the green intel, but in fact it's... So just two more, well 3 more, the main unknown captain. Oh, that was it. It could give them the death threat when they were unknown. So yeah, okay, we can't do the death threats when we know them, but when we unknow them. Unknow them? That's not a word. $250 for killing that dragon. But later on we can get skills so that we can dominate them. So like this guy revealing to him. I'm going to do the death threat just so we can see it in work. He'll go up a level. Do that. Seem to be surrounded by orcs.
I'll kill you.
Kill you if I have to. Send it in the air.
Get across. Unlock this. So all of those ones done. So the other thing I was going to mention, so we talked about the forging of the runes, a little bit about the army screen and explained all that. Some of the gear, so when you do get legendary stuff, it tends to give it to you at the level you're at. So if you want to get it legendary when you're skilled up, then you can wait, get it until later. But what you can do is you can get these, so we look at the quests. So these things, these missions give us skill points and currency, but they don't give us XP. Those give you skill points. Now these things collect the Elthran, so this is where we can get some of the really good gear maybe not till level 20, 30 or 40, but depending. So there's 6 doors, 6 legendary bits of gear to get. And you need to go get these you need to visit all 5 regions and get all of the stuff in one region. So we're in Nuranen at the moment, so we need to go get all of these. I think there's 2 more that we haven't spotted yet, because there's another zone we haven't dominated yet. And once you've got all 6 from that region, you should be able to go to one of the doors, do the poem and unlock it, and then you'll get 1 legendary gear like a cloak. And then if you do all 5 or 6 from another region, you can unlock another door. So I'm actually gonna probably try and do one of these maybe in a video later this week, where we do all of the 6 in the region, go to one of the doors. And the doors that we need to go to are in these barrows. If you have a look at the map, one of the things that you'll unlock is this thing here, the barrows. Now that's the regional boundary. It's possible we haven't even unlocked it yet on this map where it is, but they're often underground in tunnels, hard to find places. But they'll get you into that room like we had in the first one that's underground, where we can do the poem to get through the door. Oh, actually it's up here. Yeah, barrows, see? So each region has one of these, so we need to go and collect all these things and then go to that door and unlock it. Now you can do it sooner rather than later, but the legendary gear you get will be around the level you're at, so sometimes it's better to either save them or wait. Where are we? We're over here. So I could go get that one while I'm here. Destroy the monument.
I see the ranger! Yes! I hear command! Your turn! Set up the beacon!
So we set off an alarm, but I'm gonna... Gem.
Show me what you've got! Suffer now!
Now we can have a look at the Overlord. Oh, actually, it won't let us do it. Miles a quest. Okay. That's fine then, so we don't need to do.
Stop moving!
That's 1 of 6, so we've got to do 6 of those. And I'll show you later in another video these doors and what we can do with it and the gear we can get. There's a boss. No, actually, while I'm here, I'm just need to destroy that really, and then where is it?
There he is! Kill him! Come on, Ranger! I was looking forward to testing my blade. Can't just be the wind. Not this time. Don't let your guard down. There he's fine. It's a traitor.
They only have their beasts now.
That won't be enough to stop me.
My prey!
The Ranger's wings bring him flight. But at what cost? The cost to those around him. The cost to himself. The time has come for this debt to be paid. Death's wings beat, and its eyes are focused squarely on you.
Right. Didn't really want to fight this guy, but I see he's immune to poison, raged by cowards. Got quite a lot of good guy to recruit, but I'm not going to be able to, I think, with his level. But maybe get one of my bows. I've got any. Don't actually have any bows. I better go get them.
Didn't block that one. What was that noise? That must have hurt. Push him down! I'm almost done here. He's here! Come on, away, chase him down!
Going to be some arrows here somewhere. Oops.
He's right here! The wings take it! I am the eyes of the
That's where you're shooting. I am the eyes and ears. Death is in the air. The force of words if more winds were checked. Death is
Ouch.
Gotcha now! Tremble before me! You do not deserve my blade!
Took him down 5 levels. He had quite a useful set of skills, so we might get him later.
You can't kill us! No escape for you! I've spotted the filthy car! Attack!
Armies.
I'll crush you!
Going to be arrows, right? It must be up on the tank, isn't it?
Not him! Come back! Overwhelming! Up above! A good blow! I'm sure.
Okay, when you want arrows, they're never around, are they?
Don't let him get the drop on you!
It shows them on the map, literally right where I am. Here.
For the war team! You down! Don't let him catch me!
Right, well, we might stop that there. So we've unlocked this region, as in fast travel. We checked all the things out. So on this map, I'm going to collect the Ithildins, and we have got another zone to unlock. That one, and the next mission's here. So anyway, just a short video. So just wanted to explain about the some of the aspects of the game that we missed from the earlier videos, and get another story mission done. So hopefully you like Shadow of War and these videos. If you do, please leave a like. Otherwise, take care. I'll see you again soon. This is Lone Gamer UK. Peace out.